Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's been a somewhat boring day today to trade. They've been trades, but they've not been perfect thus far today. But yeah, this is a new thing we're going to be doing every day. We're going to alternate it between myself and Magic. We're going to try and get one out every day. They're going to be very quick. We're going to just cover the previous day's price action and just some quick ideas for what we're thinking today. It just means we can get public content out to you every fucking day. Of course, now and then we'll be doing the longer streams where we talk shit coins and all that type of crap. But yeah, I mean, let's get straight into this new format of daily video that we're doing. So, yesterday's price action, and I'm actually going to go a little bit over yesterday and go over to Monday's price action. Really strong move up until we got above the old all-time high. To be honest with you, it had a really nice back test. If anyone missed the move up, you had multiple reasons to get in here. For anyone that's in the group, Twins CVD indicator. Oh my gosh, absolutely perfect buy signal there. This indicator really works well on when you're in an uptrend and you get a pullback or on slow trading days. That fucking one right there was absolutely glorious. Really was. You got above the VWAP, held above the VWAP, which is also the range point of control for the overall range of 67k. Open interest building steadily the whole day, and then you had this move up where you got above the old all-time high. Okay, open interest really being the key thing in this move up, because once you've got above the 69k old all-time high, you back tested it, and the second move up we had absolutely, as soon as you got above it really, to the high that we currently have, had huge decreases in open interest. So what do we know when we have a decrease in open interest? Well, it means that traders are effectively exiting the market at these price points. It means that they're kind of hollow is the best way to think about it. There's no support really there. It was I believe it was a single print for most of the day on Tuesday. Minus single print, but anyway, this is hollow price action is the way to put it. You're gonna have a volume, a lack of volume in this area. So there's no real support there. So when there's no real support, you kind of do have to look to close it. Now, when we were up at the highs, how could we have traded this region in order to really make the most out of the move down that we've had from yesterday until today? So knowing that we've got a weaker move up above the old all-time high, okay, knowing that we have that, seeing that we have open interest building in this miniature range that we had on, because it was rather tight. It was a very dull day for the most part until New York woke up. We had a very dull day, but open interest really climbing, really trying its best throughout the day. What does that mean? Well, it means that there's a lot of positions then entering the market, and then there's going to be volatility. Okay, there's going to be a move when you have large increases in open interest. Typically signals that there's a lot more traders involved, and that typically leads to volatile price movements. And we had that move down. So how could we have traded it? Well, you had two options really to take the short from the high. I know the one that Magic wants me to cover. This was the where was it? Let's mark the previous day open if we can find it. This is the candle. Yeah, there we go. So that is the previous day open. Okay, let's just mark it as a daily for now. But that was the previous day open. So we came below the previous day open. We're living below it for half the day, bouncing on it, testing it. And if you were using the Bybit order flow, so this is on Bybit. Fortunately, I watched the Binance one, but I know Magic watches. The. Let me just make sure the stream is actually working. I know Magic watches the Bybit one, and on Bybit you had this yellow line here. This is CVD. So on Bybit really was a very good signal in order to take a short trade from that previous day open, because you had a lot of positive delta entering the market. And delta means market orders, so aggressive orders trying to push price in that direction. So you've got a high here, and the highs where they were rejecting from the daily open, with really large divergence in aggressive orders. To me, this is the best type of divergence that one can trade. I'm not really too into the RSI divergences. CVD just makes sense to me because it's, for me, I find it very actionable, because this just shows really aggressive orders failing to push price back to where they were previously. Given the fact you've got large increasing open interest, it means a lot of aggressive market buys are coming in and just fucking failing, to be honest with you. So many reasons to take the short here. You're also SFPing these highs from earlier in the day. Also, something that we are watching quite a bit nowadays in the hub. I need to find where we are. Zoom to me back. Something we're watching quite a bit nowadays is the 4-hour levels. So this is, well, it was the daily open, but also in the day, it was a 4-hourly level. And effectively what you're doing is hitting your head against it repeatedly. Now, these are really good levels for everyone to be watching. Even down here, it pretty much caught the bottom of the move down a little bit earlier on in the day. Because obviously we didn't sweep the low again. This was the trade that was offered. So they're really good levels to watch. You can see this one here also had a rejection earlier. Granted, it went through a little bit, but very good levels to watch. So you had many reasons to take the short there. The second way one could have taken the short, because of something called LRA, locked in range analysis, is where you look at open interest in a tight range. And you effectively, what you're doing is you're waiting for price to break out of that range and then backtest into the range to lock in those traders that have entered and make them trapped. And we had it here. So let's say this is our range. Let's draw a channel. Regression. I want a channel, please. Okay, this is our range. What price did is it broke down and it came up and backtested it, not once, but twice, even coming a little bit into it. But these were the backtests for someone that is analyzing the open interest and analyzing the range. If you've missed the short from the highs, you had a backtest of the range here, okay? You had two reasons to get into a short. And then where do we come down to? Well, we filled the open interest, the hollow price action, as we mentioned earlier, you filled that in, and you came right down to the old all-time high. Why? Well, it's the old all-time high. It's an important level, but as well, you had increasing open interest going right up until this level. So that just means below there's a lot of shorts trapped and a lot of longs that have entered positions going into this that may want to defend their positions. Shorts closing out when given a chance, and longs, if any have TP'd, maybe trying to defend their larger positions. So that leads us into today and where we think price is going to go. Given the range that we've got now, it's kind of a 50-50 call. I hate to say it, it kind of is. It could go either way. The best setup that I have right now really does have to be, we've got a Dalton, okay? So if I put on this periodic volume profile, we have a Dalton potential. You can see here is the previous day value area low, and we have been effectively bouncing along it all day. Now, if we can get above and live above the previous day value area low and the current day value area high, effectively our highs for the day, and live above, maybe not reject from the daily pivot because we've not quite hit it yet, but bounce along here, we can enter a long in order for it to take us to the naked point of control from the previous day. That's the Dalton setup, and you would be expecting it to go up to the previous day value area high. My only problem with it is the gold pocket is right there, and it's also effectively on the bottom of that old range. So still locked in range analysis, I'd be expecting this range that we had back here to be really big resistance. And the fact that you've got the confluence of the gold pocket and the naked point of control from the previous day, I really like this area for a short trade. So this is my short trade setup. The long trade setup would be, well, twofold personally. Obviously the Dalton, which we just spoke about, something like this in here. Get above this region, show nice market structure. I'm talking something like this. And this is what I want. You get above here. Let's say we reject from the daily pivot, come back test either the these highs here, or we come down to the previous day value area low. Previous day value area low from over here, and then that would be the long trade. Okay, you'd enter on the retest of the value area high or low, or the range highs, and your stop loss would be below whatever the final low is, whether it's this one here and we're going to do it now, or you get a closer one, which means your risk is closer, which is obviously better. I'm getting a twin indicator popping off. But yeah, this to me would be a really good trade in order to take us to that naked point of control, because again, this is kind of empty price action. You have got the previous day VWAP close there, which could be resistance. Probably good first TP for anyone that is thinking of that. But yeah, this would be the ultimate target for it. So that's the first long trade. The second long trade I've got, I'm not too convinced with, I must say, but it would be a sweep of 1, 2, 3 lows. Okay, so something like this, something from about there. So if you mark that up, but you potentially could come a little bit higher here. And you would want it to really regain that old all-time high pretty fucking fast. If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't want to live below here. I wouldn't want to reject from there, because if you do reject from there, well, you're looking down pretty far. You've not got too much in the way of support until you get to the overall point of control from this range up here, which is also the point of control from Monday, the previous day point of control. Previous day naked point of control from Monday. So few setups there for you to look at. We'll come back tomorrow. I think Magic will come back tomorrow and review this and see how we did. But yeah, quick and easy. Hopefully you guys found that informative and useful. Just a quick Bitcoin rundown. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, see you